happened to you because it happened to one of our viewers recently. Have you ever paid somebody to market your books and then they ghosted you? What did you do? And more importantly, how did you get your money back? If you paid somebody to do something in this industry and they just vanished, they didn't actually do the work, what do you do? What steps do you take to get that money back? Well, this is actually a fairly easy thing to do. Most people are not going to be very local to you, so you're not directly handing them money, which means you've had to use some kind of money processor like PayPal or Stripe. Now, PayPal and Stripe all have terms and services that you have to adhere to as a user, and the person that you've paid also has to adhere to. So with that in mind, if you had somebody who just straight up ghosted you and didn't do the work, you can now immediately go directly to that payment processor and have a conversation. You can file a dispute to get your money back. Now, in order to do this, you do need to have proof that you had an agreement with this person and they did not fulfill their end of the deal. So before you are filing a dispute, you need to make sure you've had communication with that person. You have reached out multiple times through email, not DMs, not on social media. You've reached out through email. All of your communications need to be done through email if it's in a business capacity, because direct messages in social media usually do not hold up in court. So you have to make sure you're doing this professionally through email. That's just a little pro tip for you. So once you have proven that you have reached out multiple times, that they've missed the deadlines, and that you do not have your product, most payment processors are actually going to side with the person who did not get the product, not the person who created the product, which can lead to a lot of problems for the artists, the editors, the cover designers, the marketers, the whatever, if they've actually done the work and people are lying. But for you as somebody who is paying for something that you didn't get, you have a lot of protections. So you will be able to file that dispute. You are going to have to send in screenshots of your conversations. You may have to get on the phone with them. In fact, I actually recommend getting on the phone with these payment processor people because it makes the process a lot faster. If you can jump onto a phone call with them and say, hey, listen, I was supposed to get XYZ by this deadline. Here is the proof that this didn't happen. They will have you email in those screenshots and they'll be able to close that case pretty immediately. If you do it just going through the website, it can take a lot longer. It's very much like dealing with KDP. If you get on the phone, things happen faster than if you deal with it through email. So you're going to be able to reach out to those payment processors, and in most cases, they're going to side with you and give you your money back as long as you have the proof that that person did not actually do the work that they had said that they were going to do. Now, it's extra helpful if they have put terms and services in that invoice that they sent to you, but you also have the ability to add those in if you were the one who is just directly sending them money. Now, I do recommend they invoice you rather than you just send them money, but that's entirely up to you and the business relationship that you have with them. Now, let's say for some reason your payment processor is not cooperating, or you don't want to go to your payment processor, or whatever it happens to be, for skipping PayPal and Stripe, etc., you can go to your bank. You can go to your bank and file a dispute against those. You can dispute the charges. You can have that conversation. To my understanding, it is easier to go through this process with a credit card rather than a debit card. So if you're worried about it, go with your credit card rather than with your debit card, which is a longer process to get that money back because they then have to go through PayPal and all those things. So the easiest way to get your money back is to go to the payment processor itself, PayPal, Stripe, etc., deal with it there. If you can't deal with it there, go to your bank, go to your credit card provider, and then have them fight that battle and get that money back from you. Again, it's going to be easier on a credit card than a debit card, to my understanding, to get that money back. But before you do any of that, you do need to make sure that you have reached out to the person that is not giving you the thing that they were supposed to give you. Make sure you have that communication. Sometimes we want to make sure that we are covering ourselves because it could be a misunderstanding. So let me give you a little bit of a timeline here. We don't want you to panic right off the bat, because a lot of people will say, oh, they missed the deadline. It's 3 minutes after they've missed the deadline and now I need to get my money back because they're never going to get it. We don't want to have that kind of panic. So keep in mind, there are a lot of things that happen in this world that could potentially prevent them from sending things to you. So we're giving them a grace period. It is understandable in just about every case to be 1 to 3 days late. We're not panicking until day 7, okay? If it has not been a full week, we're not panicking. Give them grace and mercy on day 1. Reach out to them on day 2. By day 3, you should definitely be reaching out to them and starting to have some communication, and then check in with them a couple of times over the next couple of days. On day 7, once we get past that 1 week mark, now we can start having the conversation of going to the payment processor or going to your bank to get your money back. Remember, things come up. Things come up in your life, and things will come up in your artist, your marketers, your designer's life. If this is the case, we have to give a little bit of grace and understanding. So they could be really sick and not be able to get on their phone to email you. They could have a family emergency. I've recently had deaths in my family we were not expecting, and it prevented me from doing some things, and it will prevent other people from doing things as well. So you have to make sure that you're paying attention to this and you are using your time wisely. Give them a little bit of grace, because we're not going out of our way to cause problems for people if they're sick, if they're having an emergency, etc. With that in mind, you're going to go to the payment processor, you're going to get your money back, you're going to go to your bank and get your money back, and you're going to be able to move forward from there. Questions on this, go ahead and drop them down below. And just make sure you hit that subscribe and notification bell, because every single day we are dropping videos to help you level up in the publishing industry and make more money so you can be more profitable and still live your best life without the time constraints and the overwhelm and all of those things happening. If you have questions in the publishing industry, drop them down below, and we'll see you in the next episode.